Once upon a time, in Babrisk, Soviet Union, lived a boy who had a brother and a sister. The family would later move to the United States, and from a young age the boy showed an interest in making money and starting businesses. But nobody ever imagined that one day this young boy would become the famous entrepreneur, speaker, and author, an internet personality we all know today as Gary Vaynerchuk. But how did Gary V become such a famous entrepreneur? And why did he become an entrepreneur? Is it true that his favorite drink is simple soda root beer? Does Gary really curse a lot? Does he love football? And does he love the New York Jets? Is he a fan of the selfie? And how big is his marketing media company today? Will he really one day buy the New York Jets? And most importantly of all, what was his life like before fame? And how did he get to where he is today with all his amazing success?
It's time for me to answer all these questions and more, since this is ASMR. Aaron, back at it again with another daily video to help you relax. So lay back and enjoy the ride. I hope this read helps you get you through your day, or even better, I hope this video helps you gently fall asleep. I can't wait to get started.
This is the tale of Gary Vaynerchuk.
Gary Vaynerchuk was born on November 14, 1975 in Babrisk, Soviet Union, which came to be known as Belarus after the disintegration of the Soviet Union. He was one of the 3 children in the family and grew up with a brother and a sister. After spending the first 3 years of his life in Babrisk, Gary moved to the U.S. with his family. His father was a businessman, and the extended family settled in a studio apartment in Queens, New York City. His father started working at a liquor store in New Jersey. The store belonged to one of their relatives. He took his children with him to live in Edison, New Jersey. Gary always had an entrepreneurial mindset, and he put up a lemonade stand to earn extra income while attending school. Even before growing into an adult, he had always been interested in making money. In his teens, he picked up flowers from his neighbors' gardens and sold them in the streets. This was his first ever business venture. His natural charm helped his business grow. The lemonade stall that he put up as a teenager quickly grew into a franchise, and he began managing a lot of lemonade stands in the city. He also traded in baseball cards and made thousands of dollars every week. His father had taken full control of the liquor store shop by then and soon asked Gary to join his business. Gary could not reject the proposal, and all his independent activity soon came to a halt. Meanwhile, he completed high school from North Hunterdon High School. He then enrolled at Mount Ida College, located in Newton, Massachusetts. Gary worked at his father's liquor shop throughout his high school and college years. He was given the control of their store, Shoppers Discount Liquors, located in Springfield, New Jersey. However, Gary knew that e-commerce was a fast-growing industry, and he thus wanted to reap the benefits from it. This led to the idea that transformed his father's business. Gary started an online store and renamed it Wine Library. For further promotions, he also started a YouTube channel named Wine Library TV, a daily webcast where he discussed different types of wines. Rebranded in the mid-2000s, the family business grew by leaps and bounds. While it was valued at $3 million earlier, by 2005, the business reached a valuation of $60 million. In 2006, he also started a regular video blog on YouTube called Wine Library TV, which featured Gary as he gave wine reviews, tasted various types of wines, and offered advices. In 2011, the show completed 1,000 episodes. It was then replaced with a daily podcast titled The Daily Grape. It is believed that this video podcast series played a huge role in increasing the popularity of Gary's wine business. Thrilled with the success of this venture, Gary realized that online marketing was the way to follow. In 2009, he laid a foundation of VaynerMedia in partnership with his younger brother, AJ. The company was initially a low-capital venture but soon became a multi-million-dollar enterprise. VaynerMedia provides services related to paid media, media strategies, influencer marketing, e-commerce strategies, personal branding, and SMB marketing. It essentially covers all the aspects of online marketing. With clients such as PepsiCo, General Electric, and Johnson & Johnson, the company has established itself as one of the top international players in the sector. Within a few years of its foundation, the company made it to the list of Ad Age's A-list agencies in 2015. The following year, the company grew tremendously with an annual gross revenue of $100 million and 600 employees. The company also bagged a partnership with Vimeo to connect filmmakers and brands for online content. Gary took over a company named Pure Wow in 2017 and named it The Gallery. A new company was thus formed after adding several elements to Pure Wow. Apart from running his own enterprises, Gary has acted as an angel investor for dozens of startups and well-established companies. Some of the major companies that he has invested in are Facebook, Venmo, and Twitter. Entrepreneur, a reputed American magazine, estimated Gary's net worth in 2017 to be $160 million. Few other ventures credited to Gary are Vayner RSE, Brave Ventures, and Vayner Sports. Gary has also shown an active interest in mass media. He appeared on the TV show Planet of the Apps in 2017. The series focused on young app developers as they presented their ideas to judges. Gary was one of the recurring members of the cast who judged and guided the participants. In 2014, Gary launched a YouTube series called the #AskGaryV Show. Gary did not hire professionals to create the show and used his in-house team instead. The questions were taken from Instagram and Twitter, and Gary answered them. In 2015, Gary started a regular video documentary series called Daily V. The series portrayed Gary's life as a businessman as he recorded himself live, interviewed others, and broadcast investor meetings. Gary wanted to make his company's working as transparent to the general public as he could, and the show helped him to do that. Gary has also written 6 books until now. In 2009, he signed a deal with Harper Studio for writing 10 books. His first book, Crush It! Why Now is the Best Time to Cash In on Your Passion, became a bestseller. The remaining 5 books, which are also based on entrepreneurship, became moderately successful. Gary Vaynerchuk is known as much for his penchant for curse words as he is for his business prowess. In fact, he once stated during an interview that his favorite swear word was dickface, but his dropping of F-bombs or other curse words isn't necessarily premeditated or a decision to get a rise out of people. According to Gary, it's just something that happens when I have a camera on me, and he considers it a reflection of his need to be me. Well, it's no surprise that someone who has built so much of their empire based on their social media presence isn't scared of a few pics. Gary's Instagram account is predominantly filled with selfies. In fact, his known fondness for the selfie was even on display when he cheekily pulled out his phone and mimicked taking such a pic while being introduced as a judge at the 88th Miss America pageant. Gary Vaynerchuk's inspiring success story has been published in the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, Time, and GQ. In 2011, the Wall Street Journal named Gary on their list of Twitter's small business big shots. Bloomberg Businessweek included him on their list of 20 people every entrepreneur should follow. In 2014, he was listed on Fortune's 40 Under 40 list. Gary Vaynerchuk got married to Lizzie in 2004, and the couple has been together ever since. They have a daughter, Misha Eva, and a son, Xander Avi. And so ends the tale of Gary Vaynerchuk, the famous entrepreneur who lived happily ever after earning lots of money.